Hello there, and welcome to Tidbits for You, a YouTube channel that I have started to just share things. Don't have to be anything particular, whatever may come up, uh, things that I become aware of that I will share with people. And if you want to know more about this channel and basically what I do, you can go to the first video, the introduction, and that will explain to you what Tidbits for You is all about. So, with that said, I have a tidbit I want to share with you. Now, the other day, my wife and I were here together, and the tidbit, I guess you could say, we shared with you folks is that regarding concussions, how serious it is if you have a concussion, and how serious you should take it. And we did that because my wife a couple of weeks ago was getting off of her school bus because her bus slid backwards into a ditch. Roads were that bad and slippery. She's getting off her school bus and she slipped and fell and whacked her head, and she has a very bad concussion. So we were talking about that and sharing some things to look for and so on. But then I got to thinking, back in 2019 I had a heart attack, and back in 2020 I had to have a double bypass. Now, the reason why I want to share this with you is because it's something that I learned that I did not know about when I got my heart attack. For example, if I was to ask you, what do you think the symptoms are of a heart attack? And most people, if not all, most people explain symptoms of a heart attack such as a tightening in the chest, a heavy weight on the chest, the arm going numb and tingling, etc. So these are symptoms of a upcoming heart attack. I didn't have any of those symptoms, and what happened to me was it started out mild, and I had a let's see, kind of like a burning sensation in my stomach. And that's just, indigestion, heartburn, whatever. I chalked it up to that. And then that, over a short period of time, that burning sensation actually moved into my chest. And then a little bit in my throat. So I have my throat a bit sore, burning sensation in my chest and my stomach. And one day I was getting up to go to work, and that happened to me. And I ended up throwing up and very weak and so on. Of course, called 911. So long story short, I ended up with a heart attack. And what surprised me was the symptoms. Being honest with you, I've never heard of those symptoms before as something that's leading to a heart attack. I've heard, people say it's like an elephant sitting on top of my chest, is that heavy. My arm is so weak and, tingling, and I'm just not feeling well. And, that's the most common side effects, or symptoms I should say, of a heart attack. And mine was the tingling, or the burning sensation in my stomach, in my chest, and my throat. Didn't know such a thing existed when it came to a heart attack, but apparently it does. And so I've spoke to many people who had heart attacks, and I would say to them or ask them, what's your symptoms? They would tell me, and at no time did I hear what I just talked about, the burning sensation in the stomach, chest, and throat. So the purpose of sharing this is that you need to be aware that this tightening of your chest and your left arm being bad and so on are symptoms of possible symptoms of a heart attack, which is true. But you need to know the other thing in case it happens to you and you don't just pass it off. That burning sensation that occurs in your stomach, your chest, and your throat. If you have that, go to a doctor. Get it checked out, because it could actually save your life. Alright? So, I'm going to leave that tidbit with you, and hopefully you've learned, like I have, that there are other symptoms that lead to a heart attack, and they're not what you think sometimes. So, Godspeed, and you guys have whatever kind of day you want, and we'll see you next time.